All right, WSSU Ram Nation, it is mid-June officially, and we need a basketball coach. I know it, you know it, the rest of the CIAA knows it, everybody knows that we need a basketball coach. And I'm going to tell you why in just a second, why WyKevin Bazemore should be the next head basketball coach at Winston-Salem State University. Alright, so if you guys haven't seen my previous video, go check that out, why Paul Davis should be the head basketball coach at Winston-Salem State University. This is a part of a series that I'm doing about some of the candidates for the job of men's basketball coach at Winston-Salem State University and what make them attractive for the job and potentially the right guy for the job. So, we talk about WyKevin Bazemore. He is currently an assistant at Shaw University in the CIAA under head coach Bobby Collins. But obviously, if you're watching this, you probably know that he also is a legendary player at Winston-Salem State University, highly decorated, and we'll get into all of that. But let's go through some of the credentials that he has. So he is currently the assistant coach at Shaw University, and prior to that, he was at UVA Wise, another D2 program. So his roles have included breaking down statistics and game film, which are crucial to, you know, what needs to happen. He knows the CIAA for sure. He's also been in the trenches in recruiting and player development. He's the JV head coach over at Shaw University. So I know a lot of you guys may not know, but some HBCUs and just some colleges in general are going to JV programs. This is a way to, you know, have players that may not qualify academically for them to be involved. This is also an enrollment recruitment tool, which, I mean, depending on our numbers, it probably wouldn't be a bad thing if we had one too. But that has given him some valuable experience. He's demonstrated his ability to lead and develop young players, which is an important skill, especially in this day and age where you're getting a lot of college, high school guys going in and finding those guys and hoping that they can stick. And so definitely his record there. Just a little bit more about player development. You know, not only has he been a star college basketball player, but he was able to go and play overseas as well. And so his stint in Spain showcases that he has a deep understanding of the game, and he can talk to players. You know, most of our guys, you know, if they're, you know, it would be great if we get some NBA guys. We do have one guy that's currently in the G Leagues, Javante Cook, and definitely he is cooking nightly over with the Iowa Wolves, so shout out to him. But most of our guys, if they're gonna play basketball after their time in college is over with, and most college players, they're gonna be playing overseas, and so he can talk to that, he can speak about that. You know, and you look at his leadership ability. He was a captain of the team when he was at WSSU. He was already, you know, really showed a high IQ of the game, and so that would be invaluable as a head coach. Also, the academic front. You know, all you need as a college head coach to be a college head coach is a bachelor's degree, but he's been pursuing his master's degree in IT. So again, he can talk to that as well. Maybe some graduate level players, he can talk to them about continuing their careers at WSSU if there's a fit. And then, you know, let's not deny his impact at WSSU. You know, obviously he played for 4 years under head coach Bobby Collins when the WSSU was back, and he won a championship as a freshman. Continued to be a solid player his entire career. You know, he went for 4 times as the CIAA, as an all CIAA player. You check the record books. There's very few players in the history of this league, and you're talking about a league that has produced a lot of professionals. Earl Monroe didn't do that. Charles Oakley, I think he might have done that. I got to see, but there have been some great guys that have not done that for 4 years, and WyKevin Bazemore is one of those guys. And so, you know, he stayed at WSSU all 4 years. You know, even when we had a similar situation where his last year, prior to his last year, Coach Collins went to Maryland Eastern Shore, and but you know, Bazemore stuck with WSSU, finished out his career playing for Coach James Wilhelmy. Helped get that team to the CIAA championship game, a great battle but you know, they came up a little bit short against a really talented Livingstone team. But again, his success speaks for itself. It won't be long, I'm sure, before he's in the CE Games Basketball Hall of Fame. And you know, I'm sorry, no, he is in the Hall of Fame. He just went into it not too long ago. So I mean, you see him at the fourth quarter events. You know that he can still get out there and play too. And you know, he would be a young head coach. He's in his early 30s, but I think, you know, that would definitely be something that would stand out amongst the other coaches in the CIAA and in college basketball. So all of that there, and I know. Well, let's get to this next point. So the next point is his personal connections. So WyKevin Bazemore is the younger brother of Kent Bazemore, who played in the NBA for over a dozen years. You know, a long, distinguished pro career, playing with the LeBrons, playing with obviously Steph Curry. And when you talk about, you know, connections there, Steph Curry, he's also an Under Armour athlete as well. So his brother already has a connection with Under Armour. And who does WSSU and the rest of the CIAA use? Under Armour. And you know, one of the things is with the way that the CIAA's deal is set up, it's not like you just have carte blanche to get whatever you want with Under Armour. You know, there is, you know, it depends on what you pay is what you get. And so, you know, there's a possibility there that, you know, relationships matter. Let's just be honest, in basketball and in sports and in college athletics, college sports period, relationships matter. So his brother has a relationship with Under Armour. You know, obviously his brother is going to be, you know, invested in him and his success. And, you know, again, Steph Curry and his brother know each other well. So, hey, you know, I mean, Steph has been writing checks for Howard. It'd be nice, Howard basketball. It'd be nice to get one of those checks for WSSU. But anyway, you know, we'll see, because resources matter, like we talked about in our discussion with DP, Dat, and Trells. Resources matter. So if he can come in and come with some resources as a head coach, you got to think that's a leg up, and you got to think that's something that's going to have to weigh heavily in his favor. We will see. And then lastly, you know, talking, you know, WSSU is a job. It's a great job. Let's be honest. It's a great job. You know, it has its pitfalls. You know, it has to, you know, consistently get better. And as we see, as we've lost our last two championship-winning head coaches to a bottom-of-the-barrel Division I school, and that's no disrespect to Maryland Eastern Shore, which is an HBCU. You know, we got to get our resources up individually. But in the meantime, in between time, you know, you get a chance to coach a program that has a storied history, storied legacy, which Cleo Hill seized on and really made the most of. You know, and they're going to be playing on national TV. Again, they're going to be in the CP3 showcase. And they're going to get a lot more publicity than a lot of the other Division I HBCUs and just Division I low majors in general. So there's a lot of opportunity with this job. And so there are a lot of people that would see this job potentially as a stepping stone. But I have reason to believe that Bazemore would, you know, obviously having red and white, you know, definitely he will have a different level of respect for this job. And you know, this will be somewhere that he wants to be. So, all of that said, I think WyKevin Bazemore would be a tremendous asset for Winston-Salem State University as a head basketball coach. Just like I said, Paul Davis would be. Just like there's a couple other guys as well. So, we shall see. But you guys let me know in the comments what you want in a head coach. If you think WyKevin Bazemore would be a suitable candidate, you know, does his age bother you? Does he have enough experience? Or is he what is needed to capture the next group of student athletes as we're in this ever-evolving state of college basketball and change? You know, we just lost not only our leading returning scorer, but his younger brother, who was a solid prospect as well, to Maryland Eastern Shore. And every year, you're going to be fighting that battle if you're successful. So you need someone who's ready for it for the long haul. And I believe that WyKevin Bazemore is up for the task. So we shall see. Let us know what you guys think, and I appreciate everybody for liking this video and comments. Take care. See you later, WSSU Ram Nation. Let's go.